Trauma doesn't just wound women, it recalibrates their internal safety systems. Sometimes it sharpens instincts, sometimes it distorts them. This video will show you how to understand that recalibration, reclaim it, and turn it into power. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle, your inner light coach, and I'm grateful you joined me today. Let's step together through stories, rituals, and reflections. Thank you for shining your presence here. This video is about how trauma shapes women's safety instincts. When the body speaks first. There was a morning I was eager to hike. I remember the excitement, that simple joy of moving my body through nature, breathing in the quiet, letting the trees hold me for a while. I drove to the park, walked toward the entrance, and then stopped. No fear, no logic, just a quiet internal no. I turned around and walked back to my car. A few minutes later, I heard the sound of a recreational vehicle moving through the trails. I still don't know who it was or what was happening, but my intuition held me back. That moment reminded me of something important. Women often learn safety not from instruction but from experience. And trauma teaches the body to speak long before the mind understands why. The body's alarm system. How trauma trains vigilance. Trauma rewires the nervous system. It sharpens certain senses, heightens awareness, and teaches us to anticipate danger before it arrives. For years, I had someone in my life who discounted my intelligence, talked down to me, and escalated any rational conversation into conflict. Any attempt at a calm communication ended with raised voices or accusations about how wrong I was. My nervous system learned to scan for tone, posture, volume, reading micro-expressions like a survival skill. I could feel the shift in the air before the argument even began. When I finally gave this person one last chance to mend the relationship, they chose the same pattern. In my desire to stop shrinking, I let them go. That was my body saying enough. Trauma trains vigilance, healing teaches boundaries. The gift inside the wound, when intuition protects you. Sometimes trauma sharpens instinct into something life-saving. I once dated a man who seemed helpful, even considerate. I had accidentally scheduled 2 appointments at the same time, an oil change for my car and a college test. He offered to drop me off for the test, take my car for the oil change, and pick me up afterward. Everything went smoothly. He even handed me back the exact change. But when I asked for my keys, after I freshened up for our date, he insisted on driving. And I insisted on driving. And he insisted on driving. And I insisted on driving. Something in me rose up, sharply, louder than usual, and I raised my voice. He threw the keys at me. I drove him home, and that was the last I saw of him. A week later, I saw his mugshot in the newspaper. He had kidnapped a woman, put her in the trunk of her car, driven to Atlantic City, and used her credit cards while she was trapped in the trunk. I didn't know it, but my instinct had that sudden surge of anger saved me. Trauma can sharpen intuition into a radar that sees what the eyes cannot. When trauma distorts instinct, fear masquerading as intuition. But trauma doesn't only sharpen instinct, sometimes it distorts it. Before my healing journey, I dated a man who was genuinely kind. He showed up on time, he left sweet notes on my car before work, he spent time with me simply to be with me. My intuition screamed at me to let him go. Not because he was unsafe, but because he was too calm. I was used to chaos, conflict, and emotional volatility. Peace felt unfamiliar. Stability felt suspicious. The lack of drama had me seeing red flags where there were none. What I thought was intuition was actually fear. Fear of a new kind of relationship. Fear of the calm instead of the chaos I knew. That was the moment I learned that intuition and fear speak in different voices. Reclaiming the inner compass. How healing rebuilds instinct. Healing is the process of learning to tell those voices apart. My hiking sessions, my spiritual studies, and even the teachings I share on YouTube all have helped me rebuild my inner compass. I've learned to notice what I'm feeling instead of pushing it away. I check instinct against reality. I use breath work to regulate my nervous system. I practice boundary language. And slowly, I've rebuilt trust with my own body. The trust trauma once fractured. Reclaiming intuition is not about becoming fearless, it's about becoming clear. The transformation from triggered to tuned in. My video, The Softening, How Aging Reveals a Woman's True Power, isn't just content, it's my story. A story of strength, magnetism, and liberation. A story of learning to love myself, heal myself, and reclaim the instincts trauma once distorted. Aging didn't weaken me, it clarified me. It softened what needed softening and strengthened what needed strengthening. It revealed the woman I was always becoming. Trauma shapes women's safety instincts, but healing reshapes them into wisdom. Closing. Your instincts are not broken. They are shaped by what you've survived. And with healing, they can become the most powerful compass you own. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let's get back to love. God is good. Love and light to all. Stay thankful. Until next time, walk gently and shine brightly.